Hey everyone, Joe Chekama over here. Welcome back to the channel. And if you're new over here, welcome. We appreciate you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share too. So today we are building something super useful, or impactful. I'm not sure if impactful is a word, but yeah, super useful. A system that takes your important Gmail messages and sends them straight to your Telegram. So, have you guys ever been in a situation where you've missed an urgent, like super important email just because it got buried within your inbox? I know I have, and I know my mom also has, because she has an email address with 1,000 emails in there. So, kind of hectic, right? So, after this tutorial that we're going to be doing right now, that is not going to happen again where you miss your important messages. So what's really cool about this project is that it runs entirely on Google Apps Script, so you don't need any servers and it's completely free to use. I love free things, bro. So I love this. And just by the end of this video, you have a fully working notification system that monitors your Gmail inbox in real time, sends important messages to Telegram, reminds you about unread messages, and even tells you about attachments that you have. So I'm just gonna quickly jump into showing you how to get started with setting up your Telegram and app script, how you go about creating the project, setting it up there, and also on Telegram, how we set up a channel to use, how we create our bot, and also how we get a chat ID that we're going to be using for our project. So without further ado, let's jump into it. Hey everybody, so to get started, we're going to be using Google Apps Script to make our bot, right? So basically, AppScript is just a cloud-based JavaScript platform which is just powered by Google Drive, and it lets you integrate with and also automate tasks across like Google products. That means you can automate stuff to do with Google Sheets, Google Forms, Gmail, anything that Google has, guys. So for you to get started, let's just go to this URL which says script.google.com and sign up using the Gmail account that you have. Make sure that you have a Gmail account. So as you can see, these are some of the bots that I have that I've made. I think the earliest one that I made was in 2021. I've removed some of them so that at least people don't see some bots that I made testing for my clients. But yeah, so once you come to this page now, you just want to come through and click new project. Oh, my network is being slow, but cool. All right, so once you come to my function here, sorry, once you come to new project, you just want to rename your project to whatever name that you find suitable, and then when you're done with that, we just jump into our presentation. So unfortunately, I won't be coding because this is gonna take me time, but I did make the blocks of code. I'll share the code below for everyone to follow, to check it out, just so that the purpose of the video, the video is not long, because guys, I did try recording this whilst I was coding, and yeah, let's just say I wasted hours. It's something that I have to learn to do, but please for now bear with me. So I'll be presenting this in the form of a presentation, just like I would do with the previous videos. But with upcoming videos, we're actually going to do tutorial where we're coding this together. So let's dive into it. So let me just take you through the process of creating your bot and getting the chat ID, the shortest way that you can do it. So with our project, I'll just show you a quick demo too of how the project works. So this is the bot that I made. So with the bot that I made, you can see I get reminders. This is the 7th reminder that I've gotten, just because I haven't opened this email about my purchase. And if I do scroll up, you can see this is a new important email that just came through, and then it will show this is from LinkedIn, because I'm listening for emails from LinkedIn, and yeah, just a bunch of emails, I guess, but I'm not gonna show you my emails, guys. All right, and I actually got an email from Acquire I haven't opened, but hey, I don't want to get distracted here. Cool. So that's basically how our bot is going to be also acting like. You can design it to work any way that you think it should work like. All right, so let's get into it. First step, you come to Telegram and then you search for let's search for bot father, and then you can see it over here. You open it and open the chat. So just go to Telegram, you search for bot father, and then it will show. Once it shows, just come over here. You can choose to click the menu to get started. On the menu you can see you can create a new bot. You can choose my bots or my apps that you already have. So we're not going to jump into much detail about most of these things, as we just want to focus on the new bot. So if I click a new bot, so you can choose to click the menu that shows, or you can just type in this / new bot, and then to create something. It will show a prompt. So let's go ahead. All right, a new bot. How are we going to call it? Please choose a name for your bot. Okay, he's saying I should choose a name for my bot, so I'm gonna call it naming things is hard. I'll call it I'll call it mail. Mail reader. Yeah, cool, good. Now let's choose a username for your bot. It must end in bot, like this example, Tetris bot. Cool. So I will call ours mail reader bot. Cool, it should be nice. Sorry, what? Who takes a bot name like this, guys? Like, honestly, maybe this is an ugly name, but okay, cool. So I'll call it mail reader. Sorry, let's do this. I'll call it mail reader, like this bot. All right, awesome. So it says done. Congratulations on your bot. You will find it at me mail reader bot. You can now add a description, blah blah blah. We're not gonna jump much into this, but what we care much about is just the token that it is giving us, which is this that we have over here. This is the only thing that we want. So copy this, save it some way. We're gonna be using it. So now that you got your chat ID, your bot token like this, we now want to get your chat ID, right? So to get your chat ID, also come to Telegram and you search for user info bot. Once you do that, you just come through and type in start. Cool, and then it will show you the info ID, the ID to your chat ID, your name, and some other details that you don't need. But when it does that, you copy the ID, and that's what we're going to be using. So yeah, I really hope I'm gonna remove this when I make the video, because I don't want people seeing my chat ID. But basically, that's how we make our chatbot. That's how we get our token for our bot, and also the chat ID that we're gonna be utilizing. Awesome. So first things first, we need to set our configuration. So don't worry if this looks overwhelming. I'll walk you through each part of this code base that we have on our screen. So the most important thing we need just the Telegram bot token and your chat ID, which we made just now, with bot father and that other channel that we used to get the chat ID. So if you're looking on my screen here, I've scratched off my token and my chat ID so that you guys don't copy it and send me random messages and stuff. So now let's just look at other settings that we have over here. As you can see, we have our bot token, our chat ID, and we have important senders. So important senders are just your VIP list. You can add email addresses you never want to miss their emails from. You can just put it over there. And keywords, these are just terms that make any email important. Like, for example, urgent, important, deadline, all those things. And then we have check interval minutes, basically just how often we check for new emails. So as you can see, I have like 3 10. These are in minutes. So as you can see, I have them in minutes like 3, 10, 30, 60, 180. I try to make them as random as I could so that, I avoid it just spamming me, or it's unpredictable if it's like this, because I don't know when I'm gonna get the next what you want to call it, the next reminder notification. All right, so that's how we're going to be setting it up. I will share the code below, so don't mind. This is just a presentation that we're starting, the code base that I used, but I will share the code below the video if you want to check it out and other resources that you might need. So let's move forward. So for our Telegram integration, I ended up adding, just what you call this, a small function called send to Telegram. All right. So this is just where the magic happens. So the send to Telegram function is like our put it as our postal service. It takes our message and then delivers it to Telegram. So as you can see, guys, we're using HTML formatting to make our messages look nice and organized. If you're looking at that payload that we have, where we wrote pass mode and then assigned it to that HTML, we could have used MD markdown format, but I feel like HTML gives you more flexibility when it comes to formatting the messages that you wanna send. All right. So we also have a try-catch block. This is really super important because it makes sure that our script doesn't break if Telegram is having issues, right? So always plan for things to go wrong, right? Yeah. And one good thing about just using the HTML mode is that we can make text bold, italic, or even create lists. We'll use this later to make our notification look more professional, right? So yeah. Oh yeah, and I had forgotten. As you can see with our Telegram URL over here, it's just a link to the API for Telegram that allows us to send the messages. So it's taking our bot token, so that we are able to send messages using the token that we have. Yeah. So now for our email checking logic, see, here's where we start monitoring Gmail. Our script looks at the 20 most recent threads in our inbox. Why 20? I mean, it's a good balance between being thorough and just keeping things fast. I'd also look at this for each that we have over here. It's like having a personal assistant, right? Who just goes through your emails one by one. So for each unread message, we'll check if it's important enough to notify you about. So I'm also using the Gmail app, because this provides a bunch of methods that we can work with, from methods that go to read messages, that check your unread messages. It does a lot. You can see when you're playing around with it. So for now, I'm using the Gmail app dot get inbox threads just to get the messages from our mailbox, right? So AppScript makes this super easy. There's no need for complex Gmail API setup. You just use that Gmail app. Right. The important email detection. Just check the important mails that you have. So this is where we decide which emails are worth your immediate attention. As you're looking over here, our function does just two main checks. Firstly, it looks at who sent the email, right? And if it's from your VIP list, then boom, you get a notification. Second, it scans the subject and body for the keywords that you're looking for. Just notice how we convert everything to lowercase. So this is just to make sure that we don't miss urgent, like in capital letters, just because it's in caps. So you can make this as simple or as complex as you want. Maybe you might want to add like a regex pattern, or even like for specific email domains. This is totally customizable if you want to play around with it. And then for our message formatting now, let's just make it look nice, our notification. So this formatting function that we have here creates messages that are easy to read at a glance. And we start with the bold header, then show who it's from and the subject. The preview gives you just enough of the email body to know if you need to act right away or maybe act later. So that's why we have it there. And I just want you guys to see how we handle attachments. We even show their sizes in a human readable format. There's no more wondering if that attachment is a PDF or even a huge video file, right? And if you're also looking at if you're also looking at the escape HTML function, it's quite crucial because this just prevents any HTML in the email from breaking or formatting. So always sanitize your inputs. And then for our reminder system, so with this now, like nobody likes a nagging bot like that keeps spamming and sending you reminders, right? But sometimes we need just a little gentle push, kambijana, right? So our reminder system is just is smart about how it follows up on our unread messages, right? So we store information about each notification using the Google App Scripts property services. I did define it at the top there. Okay, cool. Yeah. If you can see just under our function there, yeah, that's where we have it. So what is it, right? Basically it's like what should I call it? It's like a tiny database for our app. It also helps us sometimes in keeping states and stuff like that, but I'll look at it as a tiny DB that we have for our app. So the intervals start small and get bigger over time. After 3 minutes, then 10, then 30. This way, you get more frequent reminders when the email is new and fewer as time goes on. I mean, I think that's pretty smart. So now we need to set up triggers for our email, right? So this is just basically automating everything. So the trigger setup is what makes our system just run automatically. First, we clean up any existing triggers to avoid duplicates. Then, we just create a new one that runs every few minutes. So Google App Script has some limits on how often triggers can run. That's why we, just default to 5 minutes, which is, I feel like 5 minutes is not bad, guys. Actually quite good. You can adjust this, but be careful not to make any, just too frequent. All right. So I would recommend that you just leave it at 5 minutes. And now for testing and deployment, before we wrap up, let's test everything I've included, with our just two helpful functions over here. So we have the test Telegram integration, which just helps us send a test message. So you can use this to make sure your bot is working perfectly fine. And then we also have our clear all properties. It's just like a reset button. It's quite useful if you need to start afresh or if something goes wrong. So always test with non-critical emails. So yeah, basically that's it. Basically how it looks like. And yeah, let me just show you how it looks like on AppScript. All right, so if you do come to our mail checker here that we have on AppScript, basically this is just how it's looking like. Please don't judge me for using the light term. It was like that, so I found like that, try changing, wasn't working. So just how it's gonna be looking, we pass in our functions, and every code block I was sharing will just come in here. And if you do want to test certain functions that you have, you can come on the top bar over here. If you click it, you can see the functions that we have with the send to Telegram, check emails, send reminders, all those things that we have, format Telegram message, test Telegram integration, all those things. I wish I could test it, but I removed my bot token and chat ID over here. But if you do have your bot token and chat ID, feel free to test the functions. So the only one that's crucial that we need is send to Telegram, which is this one. Let me look for it. Send to Telegram. This one here is the main function that we require, right? So because it's doing most of the work to send our message to Telegram, but the main one that is really handling most of the logic is our check emails function, which we are calling when we do our triggers over here, right? Let's do setup trigger. Cool. Yeah. So basically that's how it looks like. So really I tried recording this whilst I was coding it, but this is just too much for me. I couldn't talk and also present at the same time. I was getting a bit lost, but don't worry, with more tutorials coming up, we're gonna do more, hands-on where I'm actually coding this or even streaming it live. So please do share a comment below and make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I love you guys. Thank you for checking out the content, and may love. Take care. I'll catch you guys on the next one.